Hello. Wait a minute, let me get into the picture. Hello. Hello. Welcome to my few subscribers. I seem to have a few. I figured today we'll have a bit of fun. Things is not as hot as it's been usually in Australia, and I wanted to talk about, I was cleaning up some bits in the garage a bit, trying to see my mess. Still trying to organize that. And I found a few of my Yokai Watch collections, so I figured I'd talk a bit about it. Now, those of you may not understand what Yokai Watch is. It's a game, but it's also an anime and a manga, which is also from Japan. I don't want to spoil too much for those of you who want to play the game. It's a little DS game like this one. It's the first one. I finally found it. I thought I lost it for good, but it's a relief I found it. You put it in your DS, as you know. Those of you who still know how to play DS games should know. Got my Yokai Watch 2, and a friend of mine's getting me 3. It is a very well-known, to those who play DS games, DS3 game actually, I should say. It's a DS3 game. Well, I'll put this on for a minute, and we'll have the intro in a minute. Yeah, I like Pokemon too, but I really like the Yokai Watch games, and I got really into it. So this is the first game. Not sure if you can see it. That is the first game. We'll have to replay from the beginning. Anyway, I will give you the intro, and then we'll talk about it a bit. I'm not sure if you guys can see it too well. Level 5. It plays a little like Pokemon, but not really. It's its own game. It really utilized the
That day in the forest.
3DS.
Was the day everything changed.
Hopefully you can see that. And I think Japan, this game really gives me an idea of Japan more than Pokemon does. And that is the intro to the first game. I already showed the intro to the second one, but I can do it again if you want. I might start a new game and play this all over from the beginning again. I used to love this game. Still do, actually. Switch that off again for a minute. This is, you know, your typical 3DS games. I loved a lot of 3DS games, but I have to tell you, Yokai Watch has been one of my favorites. As you can see, all the games are getting much smaller than what the game thing has now. That's the first one. I'll show you the second one. I haven't got the third one yet. I'm still getting that coming in with a friend of mine. So I don't want to spoil the game too much, but it is a super fun game for the 3DS players who still play 3DS games. They said there's one in Japan on the Switch. Came out a while ago. I hope it comes out to the Switch for the West as well, because the games are super fun. I want to see how it plays on the Switch. They said the first one they do, and then the 5th Yokai Watch game will be on the Switch too. I don't know if they'll do the second ones, but anyway, for the second one, I will introduce you in a minute before I put it back in there. is Yokai Watch 2. The one I have is Bony Spirits. Though I have some friends tell me she's getting me in the other version where you have both games put into one, which is actually called Yokai Watch 2. So this is where you have like, whereas it has all the exclusive Yokai Watch, yep, in two different versions. Kind of like how Pokemon has certain ones to certain versions of it, but with Yokai Watch, the second one, it has also a collection of the two games put into one, which is called Yokai Watch 2, which has, if you can't figure out if you want to have Yokai Watch Bony Spirits or Fleshy Souls, you should get Yokai Watch 2, so then it combines the both together. But that's what a friend's told me. I don't really know. So I'm getting that and having experience of that later. Just put this on again in a minute. Then I can talk to you about a few of the other Yokai Watch things for those of us who've been really into it, I could suppose tell you. But this game, I still like both Pokemon and Yokai Watch, but as I said, I really like Yokai Watch game. It's fun. It's something I can play when I want to wax and line down. I love even watching the anime that's on Netflix right now. The first and second seasons are on Netflix. It's fun to watch when you come, like, I work in a hospital kitchen, and it's a very stressful job. So I want to come home and watch something that makes me laugh, giggle, and makes me feel happy. Nothing that's really freaking me out too much. I would recommend watching Yokai Watch. There are moments though you'll be like going, what the heck? But it's a fun little thing to watch. You'll laugh your head off, and the game's just as much fun too. That's why I want games that is fun to play with. Alright, so this is the Bony Spirits game. I will give you the next intro. Though I think I've already showed you one with one of my other introductions, but anyway. It's the intro for the second one with Bony Spirits. I will have to show you the third one and that other second one when I get it in. That's right, the game just keeps getting better and better the way they go. The song is so catchy, I swear. I really recommend you guys to play these games if you want something that's like Pokemon but not really. It's not really like Pokemon, it plays a bit different. And so that's Bony Spirits. I can continue, but also, I'll just show you for a little bit. Also, the other cool thing about the Yokai Watch games is you have millions of little slots, so if you want to play a different version or start another thing and try to play both characters, you can save one on the other one and then come back or continue whenever you like. It's a bit easier, so you get like 3 little slots for each game so far. You can choose how many and all that stuff. See, I like to play as both characters because I like to experience what both sides of the story is like. So it's cool, you get 3 little slots to save things. I haven't used the third one, but anyway, if you want to restart the game over, you can save over it again, or whatever you save, you can choose whatever slot. If you like that scene and you want to play it over again, it's like, you can choose whatever you want to do. Yeah, I've been playing as Nate though at the moment, because I wanted to experience. I like him, he's a fun character to play actually. So is Katie though the anime sort of focuses more on him than Katie having the watch, so I'm a bit funny that way, but anyway. Anyway, as I said, the game is super fun. For me, anyway. I'll probably want to replay the first one again. Anyway, so that's the game. I think it took Japan really loves these games. Like, the West hasn't really catched on yet, which is sad because for some reason, the Pokemon fans, and I am a Pokemon fan myself, so I don't quite understand why they're so scared, because both games come from Japan, but I'd say if you want a game that makes you think more of Japan, I'd say the Yokai Watch 1 and 2 definitely give you more of an idea of Japan's culture, a bit about its mystical creatures, its story-wise, well, the game, Yokai Watch, first two games, from what I understand, are both based in Japan. They're actually based in a bit of their myths and legends and stuff, though I haven't played the third one yet, so I can't say with that, but I've been heard it's sort of goes to America then afterwards. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that one. But they're based on the concept. I'm going to put that down. As you heard in the intros of both of the games, is, like I have the guide for the first one. I'll highly recommend it because sometimes it's not easy to have things, but I don't want to give too many spoilers, but a little guide sort of helps you figure out, unless you want to, because there's a lot of things going through the game through, just mostly the first one, there's a guide for all the games, I think. A friend of mine's helping me get that. So, anyway, like, give you some hints if you ever struggle, but, like, as I said, the game itself is based in Japan, so you'll play a character like either Nate, or you change your character, who is a typical kid in Japan. So you actually get to experience being in modern day Japan, I guess, or somewhat around the time when, I think when Star Wars started becoming a bit popular down there. I don't know when Star Wars started becoming a big thing in Japan. I only know about a little bit in Australia, I think. But anyway, most of you who like Star Wars will probably like Nate, because Nate actually is a Star Wars fan in some degree, because they have like their own version of Star Wars in there at some point, but that's not really what it's about. It's about this kid, or you play as a character, who gets this watch, and I have my own little version of it, and it is, I warn you now, this thing is noisy as all heck. So you open it up, and you can collect your own. I ended up doing this. I haven't seen anyone do recent versions. I mean, I wonder if it comes to Switch in the West. Like, for a while, it was a bit of a craze. I'm not sure if you can see that. I collected quite a few. I even traded with a friend of mine. Good times. I had so much fun collecting these and trading them and everything, because I swear, I thought it was the most funnest thing. So in the game, whenever you befriend a yokai, you get a medal, and that means you can summon them whenever you need them. So I will grab this one, and I'm warning you now, guys, you might want to put the thing down for this one. You only have it up for when I'm talking, but when I put this thing in, it's going to be noisy as all heck. So, and when you put one in, you have to make sure it's in the right direction, but I might warn you. There's other versions of the watch later on, but I've got the first one now. I've got to make sure it fits. Okay. No, wait. Okay. It's going in. Yep, and it will tell you the name of the character you're doing it. So anyway, this is like the first one. The first one's version of it. And I think some people have done better reviews, but this is just me wanting to tell you that I love this game, and I recommend it for someone who just wants to play for fun, or maybe there is a lot of challenges. It's a fun game. Like, I can totally see people wanting to play this game, and I can understand why it was such a craze in Japan, and it still is, because the Switch actually started off to introduce in Japan the next Yokai Watch game, I think it was, but they also wanted to redo the first one in a version for Switch. I don't know all the details. There are some people who have reviewed the games. I would recommend checking them out. They would probably explain it better. But anyway, as I said, this is the watch you get in the very first game. And it's supposed to be a special watch you don't normally get. Like, this thing is heavy, I tell you though. There's some little wrists. Oh god, it won't fit there very well. So anyway, when you click this little thing, the game probably explains it better. This is meant to help you. You shine it on the yokai. You shine on the yokai, and it's supposed to make it show up because they're like ghosts. I should explain that a bit more about the yokai. They're not Pokemon because some of them can actually talk back to you and they act more like they're not your pets, they're your friends. You do not, they go on having their own lives as well, but you can talk to them, maybe have some of them come to fight in your party. You get a party of them and you can summon them and they'll come to your aid when you need them in the game, but you have to befriend them first because they'll become your friend. There's also, like, when you collected the medals, there was always a few special ones, like legendary ones, and one of my favorite legendaries because he's a cat. Like Robin from Anime America. I'm surprised she hasn't reviewed this. If she's doing it because she thinks it's taking competition for Pokemon, I don't think so. Pokemon's still going today, but... Oops, I put it in wrong. So the thing does warn you. Okay, I have to make sure it lines up just right. Okay, and put this in. This is happening with the legendaries. Make sure you don't do this at night because you will wake up people. This thing is noisy. He's definitely one of my favorite legendaries. Pull that back out again. It's a noisy thing, this is, so I think it was a bane of most parents' existence when their kids had one of these. But it is a fun thing. I admit I rather enjoy it, but some people might not want to play with this thing. But it's fun, because then I like collecting the medals. You can also sometimes scan the codes, I think, for the game. See the little codes on the back there? And you can put that in with some of the games when you play. So you kind of wanted to collect them so you would have them in your game to play with. I'm not sure how it's going to work when they do a version for it for the Switch. If they bring it to the West or not. I know they've done it in Japan. You might want to ask if you have some friends in Japan to explain how that goes. But it's a very popular game over there. And I love it, and I can see why. Anyway, so yes, I had like a few. Also, I should explain more. As I said, these are yokai. What the yokai are, they're not Pokemon for sure. They're definitely nothing like that. What they are is more like ghosts or spirits, sorta. But they can inspirit people like what a ghost does, sort of. And it's kind of based around Japanese legend at first when it started, but like in Japan they had all these spirit-like creatures, yokai, like spirit monsters, I guess, but not really monsters because somehow they're ghosts in the game. And it's actually quite funny because they blame them for a lot of things or inspiriting people to do things or in the weather or something like around them. In the past, Japan did have a time where they used to blame these yokai for a lot of things that went wrong, a bit like how people used to blame all those witches or these mythical creatures, and sometimes they're nice things and bad depending. But you can, as I said, one of my favorite little yokai is this cat one. And he actually is a cat, unlike Hello Kitty, who isn't a cat, which that confuses me so much. Anyway, he actually is a cat. In the Japanese, if I remember reading up on some of my Japanese myths and legends, I love Japan's myths and legends. I like myths and legends from all around the world. So Japan's one, cats sometimes, when they've lived for a long time or they become like a spiritual entity, end up getting two tails. And so hence Jibanyan's got two tails because he's a spirit cat. So he's not a normal cat, but he's still a cat. So I will put him in the thing. Also, all the yokai in this game have tribes. I could explain that to you if I put the thing here right. Right. I can show you that first. I might put that down. You got little tribes you go for. You got brave. I'll read this again in the other way, but you know, all the little tribes. You've got charming, you've got tough, and brave, mysterious, heartful, shady, somber. So your yokai spirits go to each tribe to sort of, they'll have like a tribe they sort of go to. Anyway, this little guy is part of Charming, and I'm going to show you in a minute when I put him in the watch. If I can get him in the right way first, I have to make sure I line this up. Aha. Got to line this up perfectly, otherwise it's going to tell me, uh-oh. Yep. Okay. Typical cat. Anyway, I'll put this down. I think I've annoyed your eardrums enough with this. But anyway, so as I said, each one, so you have different color schemes. You got Charming, as I said, which is usually a pink with a little heart. Each one explains the character. They talk to you, most of them. They more likely can communicate with you like a person. Unlike with Pokemon, rarely can they communicate with you like a person. They're more like pets, whereas Yokai, you befriend them. You're not controlling all the time. They're more like they come to your aid and you help them out and they help you out, sort of deal going on with them. They are they're their own creatures, their own persons. I mean, as I said, I've had a few collections. I am a big Yokai Watch fan, as I said. Okay, maybe just one more with the watch. It's a very noisy watch. Sorry, it is very, very noisy. Oops, putting this upside down. I have to put this in the right way or it will make me a bit noise. Yeah, I had a few belts for that one. Okay, I'm not going to annoy your eardrums anymore. I will probably start drawing in a minute, but as I said, this is one of my other little collections. You can hold this. I love these things. Get him to hold the middle. Like this is him giving you the Noko. The Yokai Noko. Noko. Anyway, and this is him giving you the medal there if you want him to do that. Little figures, or you can sit it like that. There we go. I have a few others, like, as I said, I have Jibanyan, I have Komasan, and these are some of my favorites. I could never get the Wakappa one, which I couldn't find, but so we got Jibanyan. I have a few medals of him. He's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, I like the Yokai Watch because it actually has cat characters that are actual cats. Yes, there's more than one cat spirit, but they're all different in personalities. And there's a few different variations of Jibanyan as well. He does not stand well. No, you're supposed to be standing. What the heck, Jibanyan? Where's your sense of balance? Sorry, he seems to have lost his balance. Make him stand against this thing. There we go. Ha! Figured it out. We got Jibanyan, we got Nico. Nico? I said it wrong. Ah, yes, my other favorite of the Charming tribe is Komasan. Okay, I'm gonna warn you again, noise. We're gonna show you what this is. Komasan. If I can get that to fit in properly. No, I'm not doing that in properly. There we go. Now it's in properly. Gotta be a little gentle. Gotta love Komasan. Alright, I'll explain to you. This is a snake character, that Noko. We got your cat one, and then we have explanation with him. I've got a double of his medal somewhere with his explanation about him. Where is he? No, where's my Komasan? I know I had him somewhere. Oh, there he is. There's an explanation. Anyway, this is one of the other ones, so I had a double and I have him holding it in his little backpack. Little medal there. Okay, Komasan is charming type. He's a guardian lion dog. So he's a dog, but a lion dog. So the Japanese version of the lion dog. God, it's a bit dusty. Sorry about the dust on some of these guys. As I said, that I had them in the garage and I found them again. So I've been trying to reorganize my room. Keyword trying. I will figure out how to clean that up anyway. So anyway, I have to probably get rid of a few things, but the Yokai Watch stuff's not going anywhere. I have too many fond memories. Though I might have to give up some of my Transformers. Anyway, Komasan is your lion dog that got bored of guarding his shrine. Now he's looking for a new one. So you come across him while he's... See, there's his little tail. Also, in the Yokai Watch game though, you do come across... This is the most popular ones out of this. Is definitely... to put him away anyway. Oh no! It's like I have a few different medals of Jibanyan, and he's definitely one of the more popular ones. Japan really likes their cats. So... I put it in wrong. Put one more time in the middle. The different middle. Did I put this in right? No, I did not. Put this in gently. I'm manhandling this badly. Okay. Am I putting this in right? No, I am not. There we go. Goodbye, again. Nope, it's pretty much the same. Just looks with a different image. Okay, I'll stop sorting you with this one. He's part of the charming. So, like the first game, you definitely get introduced to these. The Noko is an absolute bitch. I'm sorry for swearing. In getting him in the first game, oh god, I swear, they're shy little elusive buggers. Trying to get one of those into your friendship team was an absolute nightmare, but it was fun too. But oh god, I could tell you I growled. I have to replay this game from the beginning again. It's been a while. I have to remind myself a few things. But anyway, I've been watching the anime like nuts because it's fun. Silly thing to watch. Anyway, when we first explain the game, you'd come across... You get Whisper. Here he is, Whisper. He's definitely representing of what yokai are in the game. They're all ghost type. So he's looking the most like a ghost is Whisper. And he happens to be the first yokai you meet in the game. And in the series, actually. You end up coming across while you're out catching bugs one day. Across this funny ancient tree somewhere in the deep forest of Japan, somewhere near a modern city, but this old ancient tree, like an ancient tree, and what looks like one of those old little capsule games, you know, where you put a coin in and you get out one of those little toys and you rip one of those little capsule packs and you get like a surprise toy in it. Anyway, you end up putting a coin in there out of like a 100 yen coin, I think it was. End up putting one of those in, and out pops a capsule, and out of the capsule pops Whisper, and he's indebted to you, and he becomes your yokai butler. Though he's not very good at it. I think. I'm not sure, but anyway. Apparently you can get his medal. It's one of the first ones, I think, when you get the watch, I guess. There's a few versions of him, so he's like part of the first set. I don't know if he comes up in the second. I'll put this in here.
What's up, my corporeal friend? I am Whisper, at your service.
He's the only one I don't know what tribe he comes from, because he doesn't seem to have one. Which is interesting enough. The only one I don't know whose tribe he is, but he's meant to be like your guide in the game. See if I can get it right. He holds his little... There we go. That's his medal. And there's his little thing, and he helps you out and he follows you around in the game. Though in the second game, you can choose sooner or later to have either Jibanyan or him follow you around. I'd rather have Jibanyan, so I am terrible that way. I'm sorry, Whisper. Anywho, so yes, that's some of my favorites, though I have to admit my favorite out of a lot of them is Jibanyan, but I also like the Baku and Wakapa. Do I have Baku in here? No, do I not have it? No, they didn't have as the medals you could grab, but I can show you in the guidebook. Also, as I said, it started out as a game, I guess. I'm not sure. Or was it the anime came first? I'm going to have to ask some of my fellow Yokai Watch fans. Did the anime come out first or did the game? That's what I'm confused about. So anyway, we had the first game and then I have 2 volumes of the anime. I'm not sure. There is a manga somewhere. I haven't really managed to find it. I'll have to get it sooner or later, but anyway. I got the first guidebook. Anyway, so what you have to do is these yokai can be troublesome unless you befriend them, but you can get, if you befriend some, you can get them to fight for you to keep the bad ones away, or get the bad ones to behave, I don't know, and become your friends and be good. I'm not sure how to explain this, but basically, you're befriending ghosts. You're literally befriending ghosts, which I love that because I like ghosts, so hence this game is definitely for someone who likes befriending ghosts and learning a little bit about Japan's culture, I think, in some ways, or experiencing it from this little game because you're in Japan. Oh, yes. My favorite things. And, you know, there's other versions of the watch and so on. But, you know, depending on which character you have, the watch is a little different, like with Katie. Anyway, mostly the game focused around Nate in the... Well, not really, because depending, if you pick the girl one, you pick Katie, you end up going around as her. Her watch is a little different. Whereas if you play with a Nate, you get this watch, which is the main one. I think there might be another version. I don't know if anyone's made it, but... Alrighty. I will use the guide to explain, and then I'm going to try and do some Yokai Watch fan art. Explain the game. A free e-guide if you wanted it. Anywho, this is for the first game when it came out, and I loved it. I'm surprised the West didn't pick up on it, but then again, it was America, and I think they only want Pokemon all the time. Which is cool. I like Pokemon, but sometimes you need other games in between to play. Can't always be just Pokemon, and besides, Pokemon will get lazy if it doesn't have any competition. Now, I know most people don't want things to have competition with each other, but have you seen where Disney's gone because it seems to think it can just knock out all the others, or it just buys its competition over and has it join its team instead of making new stuff? Not being mean, but it needs competition. It can't always just come from one thing, otherwise, you know, each generation needs their own thing, sort of, anyway. So, I mean, I like Pokemon too, though, so I'm going nothing against that. We'll start off with introducing our characters that you can play. So, when you start off, you either get Nate, right, Yokai Tribes, as it shows in here. Gameplay. I don't want to spoil too much of the game, but that's basically explaining you've got brave, mysterious, tough, charming, helpful, heartful, eerie, shady, and slippery are the Yokai Tribes. So depending which one. Like for instance, welcome to Springdale. It's somewhere in Japan, Springdale. Cool name. That almost makes me think of Springdale, but the Japanese version of it. But it's not the same. From The Simpsons? No, Simpsons is more of an adult thing. Anyway, we'll read this guide out a bit. I don't want to spoil too much, but we'll do an introductions. Welcome to Springdale. Sure, it's a great town with plenty of nice people, but something strange is going on. Odd supernatural beings called yokai have flooded the streets, alleys, schools, and even the sewer systems. Some are playful, others friendly, but some arrive with ill intent. All are unleashing craziness and shenanigans. Only you can get to the bottom of it. So, let's see. What are yokai? Yokai are strange spirit-like beings that normal people cannot see. They love pranks and causing trouble. They have mysterious powers that bring luck, both good and bad, to the humans around them. If somebody's acting weird, it just might be a yokai trick. The 8 yokai tribes. We'll explain to you what those are. You've got yokai are divided into 8 tribes, each with its own unique set of traits. You've got brave. These are cool, courageous creatures, excelled at fighting, especially physical combat. So if you have a yokai of the brave tribe, they're fighting types there. Then you have mysterious. With the weird shapes and sizes, they are hard to predict and are strong in yokai techniques. So they're a bit of a wild card, the mysteriouses. So you can't always predict what they'll do, so they're a little unpredictable. Then you've got tough. Rugged in body and spirit. The tough tribe. Rugged in body and spirit, they pair sturdy defense with a powerful guarding abilities. Sorry, I might be butchering up words here. Then you have charming, which is one of my favorite tribes. And let's see, the charming tribe. Let's see, they have a little heart here. While very cute and even cuddly in appearance, they nevertheless tend to be speedy and sharp in combat. So you've got most of your cute ones are the charming. Then you have heartful. They're alright. I like heartful too. I mean, I like all the tribes in their own way, depending on the yokai that I have and which one they come from. Anyway, heartful, the heartful tribe, the little flower here. These kind, full-hearted yokai are infused with generous healing abilities. So if you have a heartful in your tribe, like a little group of them you put together, you can swap them around on the watch. And when you summon them, you summon a group of them. You have at least 3 up. You want to have at least 1 heartful in your team or 2, because they will help heal the other ones while they're fighting for you. So you kind of want them because they will also heal themselves in the group. So you always need at least 1 healer in your team. You're going to want a heartful. Then you have shady. These are your dark yokai. Often bring out the worst behavior in nearby humans. So, well, if you know, worst behavior. And then you have eerie, an odd, creepy-looking tribe. They are masters of inflicting status alignments? I'm not sure. And then you have slippery. These independent, free-thinking spirits have slimy, snake-like features. It is hard to grab these guys, so yeah, they're going to be the ones you have a hard time. Now, our main characters, one of the 2 characters you get to play, is either Nate, which we got here. We have Nate or Katie. Now I'll explain to you about these guys. Full name, Nathan Adams. The typical 5th grader. So you're 5th grader when you're in this game, you play as a 5th grader. Ha! Funny. A typical 5th grader, Nate obtains the Yokai Watch from the Crackalack machine, and he finds on Wildwood while hunting for insects. So that's the guy, he's mostly our main character in the anime as well. And then you got Katie as your other option. Full name, Katie Foster. Nate's classmate, a 5th grade girl with a knack for sensing the supernatural. Katie obtains her Yokai Watch on Mount Wildwood as well. Though in the anime I don't see it happen except for maybe a few times when they do a bit special, what was it, the episode? I think it's not until the 3rd season, which I haven't got on any of my collections. I think I watched it somewhere on YouTube, was it? Or I have to try and look up those episodes again to watch them. But I really hope maybe Netflix might dub the rest. People, if the other places that were first dubbing it aren't doing it, please ask Netflix to dub the rest. Please. Make letters, write letters, please, so we can get more of it. Netflix, I ask you. Please, 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 put more of this so I can watch it, or you can have some subtitles. So those are the 2 characters you get to play. Alrighty. It's your choice. At the start of the game, pick the character you want to play. You play either as Nate or Katie. And then you can rename it as yourself if you want, or you can play as the character. When I pick the girl I play as my own name, so. But when I play with Nate, I like to play as actual Nate. So I'm a bit of a person who likes to play both characters sometimes, just to get a feel what the game's like with both sides. Alrighty, and the stories. Okay, so you either play as either Nate or Katie. Sorry, going overboard. I'm getting off topic, aren't I? Sorry. Anyway, your choice is to play as either Nate or Katie. The story is same regardless of your selection. The only thing that changes is the location of your home and some of the dialogue during events. So feel free to choose either one. You can also change your character's name to whatever you like. Okay, so whichever you choose don't appear in-game as your class. You choose either, if you choose one, the other will come in as your classmate. So if you choose to play as Nate, Katie will be like the classmate and one of the characters as one of your friends. But if you choose Katie, you'll have Nate then as the classmate as one of your friends. So that's how this game goes. Alright, some of your classmates besides Katie or Nate, depending which one you play, would be Bear, full name Barney Bernstein. Here's some of the other characters. I'm not sure if I can show them all. Some of the other human characters in the game. That's Katie's parents. I will have to go, and then you've got the adults. So you've got Nate's parents. That's who you get if you're playing as Nate, or if you're playing as Katie, that's her parents. So depending which are the two. And then this is some of their other friends or other classmates. You've got Eddie and Bear. I don't really hear any other girl characters you come across, I guess, but maybe it's different in the second one. Alright, so classmates. You've got Bear, full name Barney Bernsteins. He's somewhat of a bully, though he has a sentimental streaks and really loves his family. A good guy deep down, maybe. So that's Bear here. I'm not sure if you can see him. If I can get this right. Yeah, there's Bear. And that's Eddie. I'm going over this again. I don't want to go through the whole thing. I don't want to spoil the game, but this is... Then we've got Eddie. Full name Edward Archer. A skeptic who doesn't believe in yokai or the supernatural. Also Bear's friend. So, he's also a nice guy, though. Adults. When you have Nate's family, when you play with him, Nate's mom. Full name Lily Adams. A steady, loving mom who breezily handles her household duties. Household mom. I mean, that's how it is in Japan, I guess. I don't know. This is set back a while back, so anyway. And then you have Nate's dad. So she's a very busy, a bit of a free-loving going. Okay, so Nate's dad is full name Aaron Adams. Am I reading that right? I do not know. This is like the Western version of the game, so I don't know what the Japanese name for it. He's the family's main breadwinner, although he sometimes acts a little goofy, so Nate's family's a bit more free-spirited, I guess, if that's the way to put it loosely. They're a bit more easygoing, I guess. Though, I mean, as parents can go, I mean, as easygoing as one can go. Now we have Kate's mom and dad over there, if you can see them. Alright. Anyway, Kate's mom, full name Rebecca Foster. She's a kind-hearted mom who takes life at her own pace. And then you got Katie's dad, full name Jason Foster. Why do I feel like I've heard that name somewhere? Anyway, he's a dedicated worker. He works with Nate's dad, so I guess they're workmates. And then you have Mr. Goodsight. Mr. Goodsight? Yeah. Here he is there. There's another character of one of the human characters you come across on a regular time. Full name Mortimer Goodsight. The watch repairman at Timers and More powers up the capabilities of your Yokai Watch. So he's a character you want to come across on a regular. He'll make your watch stronger, so you can get you can befriend stronger yokai and have them as friends, get medals, going on. You will want him. Your main yokai. How many yokai companions can you get? Alrighty. Some of your yokai companions, I'm not sure if you can see that, which is here, as I showed you before. Like you got Whisper, This self-side yokai butler delivers the yokai watch to your main character. So he's the one that follows you around at first. Alright, and then we got Jibanyan, a spirit of a cat hit by a car. Oh shit. Currently in training to defeat his automotive nemesis. So he's trying to fight the cars that hit people. So if ever you want to fight cars that go around hitting people all the time to try and stop them hitting any more people, he's your man. Your cat, not man. Anyway, then we got Dismarella, a moody yokai that darkens the air around her, triggering things like family arguments. Oops, don't want her around much. And then you got Cadian. He's a cicada yokai spirit caught by the main character. Oh, so you catch him in the first game. Haha. Game basics. A little bit. I'm only showing the first 2 pages. Oh, that's one of my favorite yokais. Besides the main ones, is the Baku. I love the Baku. Isn't she cool? And then you got C explaining how the game goes. A little bit of that. See your mechanics. Let's just play it with the DS game. Game flow, basic controls. Da 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 da. Let me give it up. Some of my other favorites. But I think it's time. I try to do some drawings, yes, because you came here for drawings. You didn't come here for me to talk constantly about yokai now, did you? Unless you did, and then I'm happy to talk about that more. But I think we've come here for a drawing session, didn't we? So, let's see. What are we going to use it? Anyway, we're going to do some drawing before I close up shop for the day. I want to do some drawing. Nate's one of my favorite characters, as I said. I also like Katie, though I'm sad that she doesn't get the Yokai Watch as well. At the same time as Nate in the anime, but maybe they couldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe later on they'll do it in later seasons. As I said, they've only dubbed the first 2 seasons on Netflix, and I think Disney X, might have maybe just the first season. I don't know how far that's going, but they're doing only reruns, so I suppose you could watch it there too, but I would recommend it watching on Netflix, because then maybe Netflix might do the rest, because I don't know if Disney's going to get off their butts, because they don't think it's that popular in the West, which is weird, because I think a lot of us Westerners liked the game, wanted it more in Australia. Maybe if you did it more for Australia, I guess. Anywho. Japanese fans. Anywho. Let's see if I can try to draw one of my other favorite yokais. Okay, hopefully you can see this. She's such a funny shape. She's awesome. I love her. It's like based on the Japanese mystical creature that eats nightmares, I think, and she's got a really big mouth. But she's awesome. I love her. She's one of my favorite yokais. Where did I put that rubber? Ah! Don't tell me I've mislaid the rubber. Oh, there it is. There it is. Anywho, so I've explained a lot about it. I really love this game, and I hope you guys all have a chance to play. All these crazy teeth, though. That's going to be difficult to draw. I picked a really difficult one to draw, didn't I? She's got this mouth full of crazy teeth, as you can see. A little creepy looking, I know, but she's kind of cool in my option. I love her. They're all so crazy characters. They're fun. That's the part of the reason I think many people like it, because these characters are crazy. They talk to you. You can talk to them, though, because you get this watch. Anyway, let's recommend the anime, too. It's fun to watch all the characters. Like, oh, God, how am I supposed to draw these freaking teeth? So many crazy, crazy teeth. So many crazy teeth. Let's see. Very hard to draw all these crazy teeth, man. My goodness. Like bend in and out and all over the place. So she's kind of got a mouthful of teeth here. Some of them overlap each other, the others don't, so it doesn't seem to look like she can close her whole mouth. I totally adore her. She's an awesome, awesome Yoko. I totally love her. I love her so much. Yes, it's a her in this game. She's a she. The Baku is a she. There might be other Bakus later on. I can't remember, but I know in the second one there's more. And I'm like, oh, and they're all so awesome. Sorry, fangirl moment there. I really love this game. It's fun. I probably mucked up the teeth here. Sorry. Sorry, Baku. Totally love her though. She's awesome. Got this fun face. Really fun face. She's an awesome character to have in the game too, actually. The anime I love when she comes in too. It's hilarious. It's like you're laughing your head off the whole time. It's not, I don't watch it for seriousnesses, I watch it for the fun of it because it's funny. The big eyelashes. I totally love this character. Look at them. They're awesome. It's one of my favorite yokais. I love a lot of the yokai characters. They're amusing to watch. I mean, there's some I'm not that fond of. Jake Sweet kind of annoys me. But they're all funny. So it's mostly like in Japan they used to have these spirit creatures that they would blame for a lot of things happening. But they didn't go blaming around people. They just said, oh no, if they're acting weird, they were possessed by a strange spirit identity, which is what yokai considered. Look at this funny snout. I love playing this game, and I love the characters. They're all so awesome. I think it's the Baku's based on I forget what creature it is, but I mean, as I said, I love hearing about mystical creatures, and basically Yokai Watch is about mystical creatures that are actually from old myths, well, ghost legends, I guess, I suppose. So if they do other countries, they'll probably be basing them on the ghost legends from there, which would be kind of cool. I think the third one goes into America, I'm not sure, so it'd be interesting to see Nate Adams in America, because they changed them on the characters. I'm not sure. I am not sure. I'm just what I've been heard somewhere online, so I don't know how sure that credit is. When I'll play the third one, I'll let you guys know. But anywho, the first and second ones are awesome. The second one has a bit time travel going on there, and that's awesome if you like time travel stuff. Or a game that actually specifically has time travel as part of its... Okay, let's see. I think I've drawn the foot wrong. Darn it. Okay, there we go. I may have mucked this up. Oh well. Can't win them all. I think I mucked up her legs on the back here. Oh well. My attempts at trying to draw the Baku. Figure it out. Alrighty, I might introduce some of the others in a minute, but first. She's got such a cool pattern. She's so cool, I love her. Totally love her. I wouldn't mind a little figure of her. She's definitely one of my favorites. If I could, I'd keep her in my party all the time. She's awesome. She puts the characters to, she inspires people to go to sleep. So if you have her in a party, she'll put your enemy to sleep for you. It's awesome. So she's in the party. She will put all your enemies to sleep while everyone else beats the shit out of them. Whoops, did I say that? Sorry for swearing. But I'm not doing this for little kiddies, man. Don't know how I was the age limit for this game. Anywho. a very popular game in Japan, especially. Anyway, as I said, game companies do need competition with each other. They get lazy. And it makes, when you have like a good rival, sometimes you want a good rival who will convince you to want to, you know, get your act together, man. Or you want a rival like a friendly competition, like, you know. You want to have rivals. You don't want them to be out of business otherwise, you know. It's like, would you really want to be continuing to do more if you get yourself a little... See? Besides, I think it's a great game. But yeah, it's not exactly like Pokemon because it plays a little differently. For starters, there's a different way of playing it. You have to, let me see. Yep. Use watch mode. So like there's 2 modes in the game. You can make a watch mode. I have so many yokais I like in this thing. But anyway, we're drawing the Baku right now. I have to make sure I spell the name. And then there's her little tail. I totally love her. She's awesome. Totally my favorite. Favorite yokai. Totally one of my favorite yokais. I love so many of the yokai characters. I mean, everyone has a yokai for everyone to like. Like a whole team of them. They're all fun. They're so crazy. And some of them are really adorable. Like the charming ones, because Buck was actually part of the charming tribe. You can see why she's part of the charming tribe. She's adorable, for starters, and she's fun. Totally fun. Fun character to have. You befriend them. But anyway, the name of the game is you befriend these spirits. You do not own them. They don't own you. You are friends. So, I will list this down again. You are friends. You befriend. You do not own them or anything. They're still there. And they don't own you either. Sorry. Ugh, it's getting too hot. My nose starts running. It gets too cold. My nose starts running. It's weird. Anywho, I have drawn the Baku. Yokai Watch. Baku. I might have to put down for a bit. It's getting hot. Like way too hot. Way too hot. I might have to go sit under the fan for a bit. Anywho, got Yokai Watch. Now I've got to make sure I want to list up some of the other yokai in this game. Like the first one has its collections, and then I think you get more depending as the games go over. Some might not go to the other one. And sometimes to befriend some of the yokai, you might want to give them food. Or if you want to help your yokai who are fighting these ones in your name, you give them food. So, also you can get rare yokai and can friend them more than once. Yeah, you can use the camera. It's like it utilizes a lot of things on the DS. You can have so much fun with it. Here's the yokai list walkthrough. Medallions! Where are we? Charming. You got quests, all sorts of things. There's so much to do in this game. Game maps. Don't want game maps, don't want to spoil. And you get a yokai, you want them to level up. It's like, I don't want to give too much of the game away. I do want you guys to try and figure out some of your own. I kind of like the snakes. Normally, I'm not that fond of snakes, but I love the snakes in Yokai Watch because they are as adorable as all heck. They make... Heck, they're adorable. For once, if you're a snake fan, I guess you would definitely want to play Yokai Watch because there are a few snake-like characters in here. Like, if you're a cat fan, there's loads of cats. If you're a lion dog fan, there's a few of those. There's like so many interesting... If you're a Kappa fan, there's definitely a few of those in these first 2 games. Where the heck is Charming? the frick is the charming? Where? There's Kappa. There's a few Kappas, and there's some really cool Kappas in this game. Oh boy, I love the Kappas in this. I mean, you heard of the Kappa in Japanese. I have to draw him next in a minute. I will. There she is! There's a few of the Bakos. Oh yes. See? Baku. There's another one. There's a white one too. Oh heck. The rare white one. Oh, it's a rare one. So if you come across it, you are in luck. Anyway, Baku we have drawn. Let's see. Who else shall we draw? Baku. I might put this down soon. I gave it a go. Did my best. Explain you a little. Okay, so the Baku is a yokai that eats only human dreams. It puts people to sleep before digging in. Hee hee. Though the rare white one, I haven't come across that yet. The rare white Baku, legends say that if a whisper inspires you, you're going to have good dreams. Ah, it's the one that keeps you from having nightmares. They're awesome. Alrighty. Do. There we go. So we've drawn Baku. Frostel. There's so many cute. Komazan. Komazan actually has a brother in this, but Wakappa is my other favorite. Like, you know, I really recommend this game, and it's like, oh, I haven't come across that in a while. Yawn. Let's see if I can draw the Wakappa. I haven't drawn back. I explain to you what the Wakappa is. Most kappas stay in water, but this one, okay, like kappas, I'm not sure how to explain. It's another mythical Japanese creature, Japanese myth and legend. I'm so glad this game has so many of them. I get to try them and want to look up what they're based on. Is awesome. So, as I said, it gives you a lot of the Japanese story building, sort of. It's definitely got a lot of Japanese roots, which is because it's from Japan. They have played to their strengths, which is cool. I really would recommend this game if you're a fan of Japan itself and want to learn a bit about their legends. And this game is definitely like that. I'm surprised a lot more anime fans don't want to. It doesn't stop Pokemon being cool. Pokemon's cool for its own reasons. I just think Yokai Watch is awesome, and everyone should give it a shot. Anyway, Wakappa, okay, let's see. Most kappas stay in the water, but this one likes to walk around. He pours water on his head to make up for not, because they need to keep their plates wet. So he probably carries around a little flask of water with him. It's kind of cute. Let's see. Otherwise, his medal is adorable. He's part of the charming tribe too. And you got Kama-san, and then so anyway, the anime only covers, I think, loosely some of the yokai in the games. So it depends which one you're watching. The first 2 seasons are on Netflix. I recommend giving it a watch for the fun of it, just to laugh at it. It's silly. It's my secret thing to pleasurize, to sit there and watch and laugh at it. I mean, it's not only not everyone's cup of tea, it's just my personal opinion. Alrighty, I'm going to stick this right over there and try to do more drawing quickly. Probably going to be a little messy because it's been a long time since I've drawn him, so I'm just trying to remind myself how to draw him again. It's been ages. I did it bit a fan of him way back in the past, but I think the Tumblr I had that drawing on has been flagged so badly I had to start a new one and abandon the old one. Do 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 do. It's getting very hot here, so I might have to stop soon. Okay. These funny little ears on the side. And then he needs a big, like, duck-like bill somewhere. He's got cute little eyes here. He's got this funny little duck bill. Kind of like a weird duck creature thingy. I'm not sure what he is. I have to ask someone from Japan who knows the Japanese legends what a carper traditionally normally. I think he explains more in the second one. Okay. Man, I'm making so many messes today. Okay. Let's put my iPad down a bit so it can cool down. It's getting a bit fried. It's got this funny little cute duck bill. I think it's a duck bill, I'm not sure. I am no expert about ducks. But anyway, he's really cute. Carpers are adorable. Well, not all of them. The legends about him are not that adorable. But he's not a normal carper though, he says. Anyway. There we go. Got this big part in. Oh god, I hope he's looking cute. I hope I haven't screwed him. It's a little messy. It's a messy sketch. Here's a little beak. Okay, that looks like a huge beak. Oh shoot. I might have mocked up his face a bit. His nip is too big. That looks a bit better. I haven't drawn many carpers. I live in Australia. I didn't have a chance to really learn about them that much except from anime and mangas, and that doesn't always cover it all that much. Okay, now he's got a funny little body there. He's drawn. Okay. Good. Definitely the web hands there. That works for him. I love the webcapper. He's cute. Funny little thing. Webbing there. Did it. Sorry, I might be talking my head off at you all constantly. Oh no, I'm getting a telephone. I'll have to answer that later. Okay, he's got flipper-like feet, so we have to make it look like flipper-like feet. I hope I've drawn his feet correctly, because he's a water creature. Alright, it didn't. Oh, wait. To come back to you later. I'm not finished drawing this. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. There we go, that's his little flask to carry water with for himself. If someone's trying to call me, I'm gonna have to end this drawing video soon. Alrighty, here we are. Wakapa. Someone's really trying to call me here. Okay, I have to get to my mobile phone in a bit, but this... There we go, a little Wakapa drawn. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to end this video then. I'm getting phone calls constantly. Alrighty, there we go. Both drawings done for the day, and hopefully you enjoyed the video on Yokai Watch, or me at least rattling off about it and doing some drawings. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy some of my other videos if you can. Please do try out some of the Yokai Watch DS games if you can. And if it does come to Switch, please check that out too. For the West, I mean, I know in Japan they already have it. I really want to play it. Anyway, so also check out the anime at least, you know, it's fun. And thank you again anyway, I really appreciate it, guys.